All during the debate here at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library with this remarkable backdrop of Air Force One that President Reagan actually used, we asked some undecided registered Republican voters to watch the debate at a room in Oxnard, California with meters in their hands. It's called dial testing. You get really a second-by-second response to what the candidates are saying. It's always kind of a fascinating look to see how some undecided voters thought compared to maybe what you at home or what the pundits thought. Let's check in with Erica Hill, who was watching along with the dial testers.
At least with these voters, it was Mitt Romney's night. He scored a 90, nearly the top of the chart, defending President Bush on Iraq.
He did something for our party that was important to do, which is to show that when someone attacks America, there will be consequences.
Touting his own record on health care as governor, again, almost 90.
But they shouldn't be allowed just to show up at the hospital and say, somebody else should pay for me. And so we said no more free riders.
And then again on energy independence.
So a unilateral action to get ourselves off of foreign oil makes all the sense in the world. Nuclear power, biodiesel, biofuel, all the renewables, liquefied coal.
John McCain struck a chord on the housing crisis.
I think that there are some greedy people that in Wall Street that perhaps need to be punished.
A tense back and forth between the two on Iraq sent the testers flying, shooting high for Romney as he accused McCain of mischaracterizing Romney's position on Iraq.
I do not propose, nor have I ever proposed, a public or secret date for withdrawal. It is simply wrong.
The dials diving sharply south as McCain countered.
At the time he didn't want to weigh in because he was a governor. I was out there on the front lines with my friends saying, we not only can't withdraw, but we got to have an additional troops over there.
And it kept going.
How is it that you're the expert on my position?
Romney back up. The numbers only getting worse for McCain.
Millions of dollars of attack against me in New Hampshire and have ever since. A lot of it's your own money. You're free to do with what you want to. You can spend it all. But the fact is that your negative ads, my friends, have set the tone, unfortunately, in this campaign.
When the dust settled and Mike Huckabee weighed in on Iraq, our undecided voters liked his answer, one of his best scores of the night.
And I want to make sure everybody understands this isn't a two-man race. There's another guy I would like to say down here on the far right of the stage. You want to talk conservative credentials? Let me get in on that. I created the first ever broad-based tax cuts in the 160-year history of my state when I became governor with a 90% Democrat legislature. I also balanced the budget every one of the 10.5 years.
But despite that bump, this debate seemed to really be about Romney and McCain.
When my position has been very clear.
And if you're wondering, Anderson, particularly why those numbers went so low for Senator McCain, we asked the voters. A lot of them came in and they said, we were really looking for something from John McCain tonight because we feel like he's the guy who could carry this nomination. We wanted him to give us a reason to get behind him, but they didn't like his tone of voice. They found him to be negative. They found him to be a little bit snarky in their words. And so that's why he scored so low with them. Romney did a lot better, although they're still not sure he can carry the nomination. At the end of the night, Anderson, out of these 24 undecided voters, they said they're getting a little bit closer to knowing who they'll vote for on Tuesday, but they're still not 100% there.
It's always fascinating to watch that dial test. We want to talk about the results also with Bill Bennett and Gloria Borger.
Hillary's commander-in-chief problem. It isn't that they can't see the solution. It is that they can't see the problem.